my friend, it's Pat Sloan, and we have a blank wall because I have got the Constellation quilt top all done. Woohoo! And I even sewed the backing seam because it's just 2 pieces, same fabric. So I am super excited. We're going to look at that. Plus, I am going to open the Liberty box today. Where is it? I'm going to open the Liberty box today. Yay! So if you have not gotten it yet, or I'll give you a note. I'll say when I'm going to open it again, after we do the other. But anyways, I'm going to open mine because, as you know from watching yesterday's video, I am on a Zoom schedule trying to film all these things before I leave. If you did not watch my video yet from yesterday, please go and do that. I will be on a altered schedule due to moving my mom. So that is where I am. Okay, so the Tiny Secrets Constellation quilt was done from the Fat Quarter Shop's Half Yard book. There's so many great quilts in here. Where is the one that we did? Constellation. So here it is, and you could see it with the multiple fabrics. And if you go to Quilt Along with Pat Sloan and you go to the media tab, you can just scroll and see other people's as in progress. I didn't collect any up because I just don't have time to do that and film everything I need to hopefully film before I leave. So you just have to go over to the website and see it this time. Okay, let's see what it looks like. I'm sewing with my Tiny Secrets, and we have 3 different projects with this fabric. 4 because I did the Make-A-Wish, which has been sent to the Fat Quarter Shop. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to hold it up. This is 60 by 60 with just this border. Look, I'm going to put it up on the design wall then, but look. So excited. And I used, here it is. I used this fabric, which is the one that's around the center star for the background. So there you can see it. So that's the one that goes around the center star. Let me put it up on the design wall. I think it looks good. I just love it. That center star just pops, being that it's that darker medium tone blue versus if you did something lighter. Remember, we talked about how if you change just the center fabric out, it would give it a different look. But if you really want that strong pop, and then keep this much lighter, these little arrows that come out from here, and when you do that, you really focus on that center. I'm pretty sure it was either this quilt or Make-A-Wish. Now I can't remember. But in our community on Facebook, one of our friends said that she had been holding some very precious fabric from a loved one, and that this looked like the quilt to do. And it was either this one or the Make-A-Wish. I just can't remember now. But it was something I just felt like, oh, that is so awesome to actually find something. Because as we talked about, some projects need time before we can move forward with them. So there you go. I'll leave it up there while we're talking. Now, one of the things I did, and I believe it's in this book. Let me check before I say this. All right, it is this book. Plus, I just was skimming through, and there's a bunch of other things. So I wanted to talk about the state fabrics. Recently, I was going through the state fabrics, getting rid of duplicates and things like that, because there's quite a bit of duplicate fabric, and culling it down to some workable things. I went through 2 bags of the many bags, but I started thinking about what kind of project and how I could use those fabrics. And there are several in here that I think would be really good options for me to use. So let me show you. We'll just scroll in here because I want to just talk about how with the state fabrics, there's of course fabric for every state, but I have multiples of some of them that I think would be fun to use. So this is the first one that I was thinking about because it's called the Comet, but it has like this trail, and depending on how big these are, I could redraft that block to be bigger, but also the center. One of my friends was saying to me, well, you could do strips. My friend Ann was saying that. She goes, you could do strips in the center and on anything, and that would use more of the fabrics. And I'm like, oh, that is such a good idea. So let me show you another one in here. Okay, where is this one? All right, here's another one called, this is the cottage quilt, but it has these great little churn dashes, but also all of these strips. So those are perfect. They're chunks, or they're kind of square strips. This would be perfect for all those different fabrics. Plus, some of the fabrics are on dark backgrounds, some are on light backgrounds, but a lot of them are fairly light. And so I've kind of like this dark as something that would work for it, to pop all those colors. Okay, there's a few more. There's a lot in here that would really work nicely. Anything that has a little bit more to it, like more units. And with this book, a lot of these units are larger, so for the larger prints, it's really nice. So this one has a lot of squares that could be used, and then each of these stars could have some of the different fabrics, and I could strip piece some of them, if I had to. That's probably not as good as some of the other options. What is this one called? I can't read them out. This Starry Night. Again, lots of options and different shapes, which I love, because some of them are bigger, some shapes are smaller, so for some of the larger pieces. This has a light background, but I could reverse it. I could put a really dark background, like a deep navy, I think is appealing to me as a background. And so any of those could do that. And then I have one more. No, I don't. That was it. So, in a lot of ways, this is the one that's really appealing to me. Let me show you. Hold on. I was going to look for the graphic of it. Here's the graphic of it in the book. I think this is a super cool version. What do you think? I mean, I know that you may not even remember the state fabric. But I thought it'd be fun to do something with state fabric, and I asked you guys to send me, I didn't ask you, it's like I was missing states, and I thought it would be fun. So a lot of you started sending states, and then finally all of you sent all the states, so I have everything. But I think this one is really a good option. And the other thing is, if everything can't fit on the front, I can kind of make it a two-sided, and use some of the larger things on the back for the states. So that is what I'm thinking about. If you like this option, or if you like the Comet, which I might have to have. Where's the Comet? Here's the Comet. It might need to be a little bit bigger because of the way the fabrics are. But anyway, let me know. Let me know what you think. Okay, I forgot to show you this. This is my binding for the quilt, for the Constellation quilt. So that's the binding. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, let's look at the Liberty Box. So if you have not, chopping my head off. If you have not opened your Liberty Box because maybe it didn't arrive yet, there are still some you can purchase. So if you didn't pre-order and you want to get it now, particularly if you watch it and see it and you love it, I can tell you I have not seen it. I don't know what's in it. I have friends who know that and have told me it's really good. You can see it's not even open, the tape. So we're going to open it and see what's inside. The Fat Quarter Shop does these mystery boxes a couple of times a year. They do like a Valentine, this one, and then a Christmas one. On a rare occasion, they may have another, but I think they have kind of narrowed it down to 3 of these boxes a year. So they are different than their subscription. This is not a subscription. So, okay, let's see. It's always so exciting. I can't stand it. It's so exciting. All right, so they always have, just like their subscriptions, they tell you a bit about what it is. And let me see, I have the limited edition. Let me look at the back. Okay, so this one, there's a promo code I'm not going to show you. But this one, whole kit rather, benefits the Quilts of Valor in honor of the men and women who have served the U.S. with courage and selflessness. Fat Quarter Shop will donate a portion of the proceeds of each box, up to $5,000, to the Quilts of Valor Foundation. The mission of Quilts of Valor is to cover service members and veterans touched by war with comforting and healing quilts. So They're very specific organization. Many of you work with Quilts of Valor that have specific guidelines for because they distribute them in a certain way. And many of you make quilts for veterans, but not through that organization, which is totally cool. But the proceeds from this box will benefit, and that is so amazing. Fat Quarter Shop does so much great work supporting people in need. So just like other boxes, you get the little guide, which we're not going to look at because, that's not much fun. I like to see. So I'm going to just hold each item up. The first thing, that's a zipper pull with the flag. Look at that. And look how what great size it is. You could put this on your tote bag. You could put it on your purse. Remember we talked about the other day with my block from Block Wednesday, is it a handbag anymore? I don't think anybody calls it a handbag anymore. A purse, a tote, but you could put it on there. Okay, we also got a great spool of navy thread. These boxes almost always have thread in them, which I think is wonderful because Fat Quarter Shop sells a bunch of different brands of thread, so they send you one, and maybe you've never tried that brand, so it gives you a chance. Okay, and there's fabric. And look at this. Okay, before we get to the fabric, look at this. Stars and Stripes cutting mat. An exclusive for the Fat Quarter Shop. And then look at the other side. These are so great. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. All right, and the fabric, the pattern that comes in here. Oh, wait. Let's do this first before we look at the fabric. What is this? This looks like a tote bag. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Got to get rid of, here we go. Look how cute. Oh, it's like a lunch bag. Look at that. So a little cooler. Yeah. Look at that. Look at this little cooler. So when you have sewing day with your buddies, you can take your yogurt or your sandwich in here with a little ice pack. Look at that. Take your ice cream from the store home. So it doesn't melt. Yeah. I don't know. Someone I know might do that. Okay. So here is the pattern that comes in the box called Gleaming. It's a star within a star, but it's got a great little center thing going on. See it here? See that little center, like novelty part or interesting part of the star. And the fabrics are Stars and Stripes Forever by I can't read that. Lori Whitcock, I think it says. Okay, so we're gonna look at the fabric. Look at the fabric. Who doesn't love to look at fabric? Now there is a finishing kit, so that is how you get the background. In the border, it tells you on here, the finishing kit stuff. So you have to order that or use something you own that goes with it. And of course you can use this to make some other pattern that you like. You don't have to use this pattern, but let's take a look. I'm just so excited about this. I mean, everything, all of this. I'll put it all out together once we look at the fabric. All right, this is from Riley Blake, the fabric line, and I love their fabrics. So beautiful. Okay, look at this with, that is nice. That is nice. So it has all of the Americana, the balloons, the pinwheels, the fireworks, the United States of America, the little pickup truck with stars coming out of it. Cute. Okay, then we have some fireworks in red on red. That's awesome. And then this light blue with the red, white, and blue. Oh, and then on white. Look how pretty that is. And then regular stars, and we have a flag repeat. These are always a must buy. A must buy. And of course I'll link you right to the fabric line. Little bitty stars, which are also, these are great pieces. The little hat, little celebration hat, and some plaids. Look how cool that is. So the whole box has the pattern, it has the threads, we've got this awesome flag rather, purse thing, zipper pull, the mat. I'll just stick that mat up here under there. Got the mat. and the cooler. The super cute cooler. There we go. All together for the Liberty box. So, and then there also is a promo code for you for an extra discount on the back of the cover sheet. Okay. So please be sharing your Constellation. And if you start making this particular project or using these fabrics, we would all love to see what you are doing with them. Okay, my friend, remember I have the modified schedule, and you will need to go, please, and just download the sheet that I have so that you kind of are in sync. And it is very fluid. I will do the very best that I can. I also will leave notes at YouTube here, so you want to do that. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being in the Sloan Zone. I'll see you online.